Have you ever felt like ChatGPT's responses sound super robotic or something is just really off? As a school leader, it can be very helpful if ChatGPT can write in your tone. So in this video, I'll show you 3 strategies on how you can get ChatGPT's responses to sound more how you want them to sound. My name is William Groovy. I'm the founder of Groovy Education, and we have delivered AI training and implemented AI into all of these schools here. We're additionally partnered with a couple of different state-level admin organizations to train the members under their umbrella as well. But in this video, I'm going to be going over this guide to fixing ChatGPT's writing tone. And there are 3 strategies in this guide. But it is the first link in the YouTube description down below, so you can follow along with me. You'll just click on that link. It will send a copy to your email, so you always have a copy ready, but also just redirect you to this page right here so you can follow along. Additionally, if you're in the school community, in the classroom tab here, if you go to the AI toolkit for schools and click on that, it'll be near the bottom here. You'll see a guide to fixing ChatGPT's writing tone, along with all these other resources that we use at the trainings that we deliver at schools. But number 1 is just clarifying the tone in the prompt. So for example, you could say, as a principal, draft an email that I'm sending to staff to help them complete the end of the school year feedback form about school climate and culture. But here we included use simple and straightforward wording. Be as clear as possible. Encourage candid responses because I genuinely care and want them to know how I can help. Use short and simple sentences. So adding something like this onto the end of the prompt will get us something much simpler, less wordy, more straightforward, but still making sure that we're coming off as we care and that we want candid responses so that we can help. So for example, if I take a prompt like this, copy it, and throw it into ChatGPT here, we're going to get an email that follows that writing tone that we specified. We're using simple and straightforward wording. We're being as clear as possible. We want to show that we genuinely care, and we're using short and simple sentences. And we get a nice, concise email, nothing too long, but straight to the point. So that is way number 1, or strategy number 1. And just doing that can be incredibly helpful. So if you're not ending your prompts with how you want the output to sound, start doing that and you will have a completely different experience with ChatGPT. But the second strategy here is using follow-up prompts. So even if we do something like this, we always know that we're not always going to get something from ChatGPT that we want. So the number 1 mistake people make is stopping at one prompt. If at first you don't like what ChatGPT gives you, follow up with exactly what you don't like about it, and you're just going to get an instantly revised version. Again, the number 1 mistake people make is stopping at one prompt. It's the back and forth iterative conversation with ChatGPT when you're really going to get what you are looking for. So you could follow up a prompt with something like, make less wordy, make it more clear, keep sentences short and simple, use positive language. Here's one of my favorites, remove redundant and unnecessary words. We know ChatGPT can get super wordy. It has some unnecessary words in there. If you say something like this, it'll just take those out. Or something even like this. Maybe it drafted something that wasn't very clear at all. You could say, what information do you need from me to make this more clear? Provide 3 questions to help clarify. I will answer them, and then you will rewrite it. So if you ask something like this or type something like this into ChatGPT, ChatGPT is going to ask you 3 questions that will help it make the response more clear. You can use this for anything, whether you're making a resource for your staff or it's for an email like this. Here, it asks who the audience was, and maybe it is for teachers only. And then is there any specific areas of the school culture or climate that you want to focus on? Maybe I just want to focus on student morale. And then for the third one, how will the feedback be used? Make changes over summer. And maybe I want to say something like, let them know that all responses are anonymous. Send that through, and I spelled anonymous wrong. Did you get the point? ChatGPT will go and redraft that email. So strategy number 1 is just including how you want it to sound in the initial prompt. Strategy number 2 is follow-up prompts can be extremely helpful. Again, the number 1 mistake people make is stopping at one prompt. But strategy 3 is the most powerful strategy. And you actually can change what lens ChatGPT pulls every single response through. So if you want to pull every single response through a specific lens, this is how you can do it. And trust me, this is going to change your experience on ChatGPT. It's going to make it much, much better. So you actually do this in your profile. So you can customize how ChatGPT responds to every prompt automatically. And we're going to do this by clicking on the profile in the top right corner and then selecting Customize ChatGPT. So inside of ChatGPT, in the top right corner, you'll see a little profile guy. If you go ahead and click on that, you will find a button that says Customize ChatGPT. And then it's going to ask you a couple of questions. The first one, what should ChatGPT call you? So you can put your name here. You can put what your teachers call you, what the students call you, whatever you want. This is likely how ChatGPT will sign off the emails that it writes for you. But the next box is incredibly important. It asks, what do you do? And this is important because ChatGPT has a wider base of knowledge than any one person. That means it's very useful for you as a school leader, but it's also just as useful for an accountant or a computer programmer. Because it has a wider base of knowledge, you can really narrow down what it specializes on in a way for you. So for what do you do, I highly recommend putting something like what I have in the document here, that you are a specific role, maybe a principal at a specific school, in a certain city, in a certain state. And you can just copy this and paste it in what do you do. And then ChatGPT has the context of what you do, and it'll be much more competent for you as a school leader. But all I have is founder of Groovy Education. We provide AI support to schools in the form of PD for staff. And now ChatGPT just knows what I do, so it can pull things through that lens for me without me having to specify that in every single prompt. But the next box is the most important box. What traits should ChatGPT have? And here you can really specify how ChatGPT sounds. So I have quite a bit in here because I've been super specific with how I want ChatGPT to write. I essentially just have in here how I like to write, so ChatGPT just knows how I like to write. What I have in here is write in a present voice, use active sentences, avoid adverbs when possible, keep sentences short and simple, use positive language, remove redundant and unnecessary words, keep the wording clear and straightforward, and then I just repeat simpler words, shorter sentences, fewer adverbs, no passive language, and no excess words. And now every single time ChatGPT responds, it pulls it through this lens, so I have to tweak the answer from ChatGPT less and less and less. Now, this doesn't mean I do not do strategy 1 and 2. I absolutely do, but this makes me have to do it way less, and it truly changes your experience inside of ChatGPT. So in this box here, you're just going to want to put how you like to write, or you can use what I have. Again, I've been super specific with what I put in here over the past couple of years. So if you want that, I put it in the document here for you. Again, it's just the first link in the description. There's one more box in here. It says anything else ChatGPT should know about you. Mine is going to be blurred out here. You won't be able to see it just because I context dump things in here that I know ChatGPT will need, like my address, my phone number, my other contact details, things like that. So every time I'm drafting an email, I need to put my address in it, or I need to put my contact information in it. ChatGPT will just fill it in for me. I don't have to specify it and tell ChatGPT every single time. It just knows it. So that's what you can put in that box. But just using these 3 strategies will truly change the way you use ChatGPT, make it much more useful for you. And it's just going to save you so much more time because you're going to spend less time tweaking every single thing that ChatGPT comes out. You're going to have to do that much less, and it's just going to sound more like you. But if you like these super applicable, super practical strategies that you can use, things that you can take and implement right away to make you better at using AI as a school leader, I highly recommend subscribing because I'll continue to post lots of these. You can go back and look at ones that I've posted in the past and just learn all sorts of strategies that are truly going to save you so much time as a school leader. But thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.